Hello everyone, thank you very much for clicking and for watching the video. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Build a free game collection, hope you enjoy it. If you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thanks for spending time with me again, really appreciate it. So this week, didn't get anything from the charity shops, couldn't find anything at all, so it's all from the car boot. And the car boots are starting to slow down quite a bit. There's not so many sellers, it's quite dark as well in the morning. There's not so many resellers either, so it sort of balances itself out a bit. But I didn't get too much off too many people, but I've still done quite all right. And there's one thing in particular which I'm really happy about, something I've looked at a few times, never ever picked up because I've never been too sure on them, but I've finally picked one up which I'm really happy about, so I'll save that till last because that's how we do things. Right, let's get going. So this first one kind of didn't do as well as I should have, really. There was a lady there, she pulled out her table and she had loads of Turtle Beach headsets, absolutely loads of them. She must have about 30 of the things. It looked a bit suspect. I asked where she got them from and she said her friend got them in bulk off a pallet or something. It made me think they might be broken returns. Loads of Turtle Beach headsets. So I paid £7 for these. She wanted, I think she wanted £4 originally each, so I got 3 for £7 off her in the end after a bit of a chat with her. But yeah, they're all 50X, I believe. Yes, all 50X. Three 50X headsets for £7. I think you get about £7 for one back. Hopefully CEX will take 3 at a time, so I know they have limits on these things. They work absolutely fine. Absolutely fine. Tested these. I don't know if I got lucky and just picked 3 that worked, or whether they all worked. If they did all work, I sort of let myself down a bit because, you know, bit pessimistic. I thought it just looked strange, so I didn't get them all. I was happy to risk £7 on 3, but I wasn't going to sit there and buy them all off her to churn out some voucher and some profit. But yeah, I picked up these 3. They should all work. These are going to go in CEX. Fingers crossed with those. So yes, it's a shame really. I weren't prepared to gamble more, but I think £7 is it's a good amount to gamble, isn't it? I should have gambled more, but hindsight's 2020. The other thing I got was £3 for this PS3 controller. As you can see, it's got the barcode on the back, works absolutely fine. That should be a nice easy trade in, that one should be. So fingers crossed, get a little bit back for that. And then, so we got this. This was, gentlemen wanted £1 each, and I got 5 for £4, and it is Mega Drive Ultimate Collection. It's got this lovely red Essentials cover. I've got that on the 360 and the PS3, so we'll be keeping that. Star Wars: The Complete Saga. Pirates of the Caribbean Lego. Had that a few times. Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. I quite like this. This got a bit of backlash when it came out because NetherRealm, Midway, is it? Yeah, Midway. Obviously, Mortal Kombat had fatalities, and DC were not happy to have fatalities against DC characters. They didn't want Batman's head ripped off, so there's no real fatalities in it. But I still think it's a pretty good game. I think it's pretty decent, so I enjoy playing it anyway. And Iron Man the game on PS3. I don't know if I have that on 360. I think I've got Iron Man 2. But those 5 for £4 for the PS3, not too bad. I was happy with those. Good little find there. This one was just on its own. It's 50p. Call of Duty Ghosts. I think I get just over 50p for it, so it's worth a bit more in voucher. But I picked that up just as I walked past. And then this little pile here. So unfortunately, I know I don't have any footage of this because right before this happened, I was trying to find somewhere where I can change the battery of my camera to carry on, and then I noticed the guy opens his van and just starts pulling out, I think there are IKEA bags of games, loads of them, so I had to just stop that and deal with this. He wanted £1 each for them. I got these for a tenner. So I think it was about 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. Got 15 off him for a tenner. So took 5 for free basically. But yeah, not some decent ones in here, to be honest. There's a couple I need as well, such as this one. Tropico 3. Need this one in my collection. I think I played Tropico 4. They're quite good. If you like the Skyline, the sort of SimCity games, it's very similar, but there's sort of an undertone of corruption to it. You have to deal with the cartel, and there's weird taxes and like corrupt politicians and things you have to deal with. It's an interesting take on it. I definitely suggest playing those if you're into that sort of game. Sonic Mega Collection, had that a few times on PS2. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, had that a few times as well. Lord of the Rings Conquest, this is a decent game. I started playing this, I never finished it. I think I got distracted by something else, but I should go back and finish it off. It was a decent game if you can get that cheap. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, another staple. Call of Duty Black Ops, really good staple, had a few of them. Call of Duty 4, Modern Warfare, another one. Kung Fu Panda, I need this one for the collection. I didn't actually know this was a game about. I don't see this very often at all, if ever. So yeah, I'm happy to be keeping hold of that one. Minecraft on the 360, another staple, happy to have them. Supreme Commander 2, I don't have this one. This one will be staying with me. I don't think it's thought of as being very good. I've got Supreme Commander 1, I've never played it, but I need that one for collection, so I'll be keeping that one by default. Another Call of Duty 4, Sonic Heroes on the Xbox, had this a couple times this year as well. Murdered Soul Suspect. When this came out, I was actually looking quite forward to playing this. It looked quite good, but the reviews suggest maybe not, so I didn't bother picking it up. I think it went on the Xbox Pass at one point. I still never played it then, but I might keep hold of it. Might keep hold of that one, give it a go. You don't get too much for it at CEX. Modern Warfare on the Xbox One. That's a decent one, so I'll be trading that in. Don't want that, to be honest, I won't be playing it. And Mafia 2 on the PS3, which we got earlier on in the year as well. So that's a decent one. So £10 for those. I should get a little bit back from CEX. Well, we will. We'll cover our tenner back for those, definitely, with the things like Minecraft and the Call of Duties and things. So a decent little pick up there for £10. So now the last bit. So this is the bit I'm excited to show you. So it's in this box. I paid £15 for this. Got excited when I saw it. I've seen these a few times. It's something I've never ever played. Always wanted to get into it, but I've got no nostalgia for it. Never had the opportunity to pick one up cheap. Every time I've seen one, they either look definitely broken or they're a bit too much in car boots and things. But I'll show you what it is. First thing, actually, I'll show you what came with it. So this was in the box. It's a quick shot, I believe, for a Mega Drive, because looking at the ports, they appear to be Mega Drive ports to me. I haven't tested it, to be honest, at all. I should give it a go, make sure it works. But that was chucked in there for free. It's got a 2-button, nice little stick, nice little click there. So hopefully that works. So that's a little extra that came in with it. Let's put that down there. So what's in the box? What did I pick up? I finally got my hands on a Nintendo 64 for £15. The condition of it, lovely on top. There's a very small graze there. Apart from that, it's in lovely condition, and you don't usually see them in this good a condition in the car boots. It was just sitting on the side. The box had the lid on, so I don't know if anyone had bothered opening the lid to see what was in it until I got there. It's got, and something else I found out which I didn't know about, it's got this expansion pack in there, which after doing a bit of research, I got quite lucky that's in there, because that's quite a bit apparently to buy separately. So it's come with an expansion pack. It's in the normal grey. I know you can get them in all sorts of lovely colours, but yeah, so I got hold of that. It came with a official controller. It also came with a non-official third-party controller, so it came with 2 controllers. It came with its AV cable, but that was it. It didn't come with the power cable, which I noticed when I was going through it. So he originally wanted £25 for it. I started to have a look at it, noticed the condition was good. He saw me looking at it and I goes, have you got the power cable for it? And he goes, oh no. Now, I have no experience of N64s. I didn't bother looking at the back to notice that the power cable was a little unusual, but in my head I thought, well, I'm going to have a spare power cable in the spares and repairs bag. So I stood there looking at it for a minute after he said 20 quid. So I was like, okay, it's down to 20 now. I'm going to have to get a power cable. I've probably got one. I must have stood there just a little bit too long, because he then turned around and goes, look, you can have it for 15 if you want it. So that's how I got it for 15 quid. So, unfortunately though, anyone that knows about N64s, which I didn't at the time, they're not normal power cables. They're not portable power cables at all. So I had to go and order this off Amazon. It's a replacement AC adapter for it. They are massive. Look at that, it's huge. So this cost me, I think it cost me about £11. I'm not going to take it off the total because I use my Amazon vouchers, because every Christmas and birthday, whenever someone says what do you want, I always get Amazon vouchers. Amazon sells everything, so if you're ever stuck in that position, just take the Amazon vouchers. So it still didn't cost me anything. I've got loads of vouchers anyway. So I picked this up for about £11, I think it was. And yeah, the other problem was I don't have any N64 games. I've got one American version of Turok, I think, which I picked up earlier this year. So a friend of mine did have some loose ones lying around. I borrowed a game off him. Thank you very much, to test this, and I can confirm it works. Works absolutely fine. So with a little investment into one of these packs, and good God, it's in there. Look, I can't take it. I'm not going to try to take it out if I break it on camera. But yeah, it works fine. The controllers work fine. Yeah, so I managed to finally get a Nintendo 64. The problem I have now is I got an N64 with no games, so that's something I need to start considering. I've thought about trading it into CEX, but like I say, I've been doing this for a couple of years now, and I've never come across one in this condition that I felt comfortable paying for, or that I was sure was going to work. So one thing I would say, if you don't know much about N64s and you pick one up without a power cable, just be aware you are going to have to, you're probably not going to have one of these lying around. But yeah, an N64 for 15 quid. So what we want to try to do is I definitely want to keep this. So hopefully all of that is going to make this free. So I'm going to pop to CEX and see if I can do just that. And I'll be back in a minute. So I'm back from CEX, went really well actually. They didn't take everything, but they were in a good mood, had a nice little chat. So let's start by taking away what everything cost us. It cost us £40.50. Let's take £40.50 away from there. But what we're also going to do is, I've had a change of heart to 10 minutes ago. The N64 power cable that I used my Amazon vouchers to buy, changed my mind. When I started doing this, I didn't want to do anything off camera. I haven't done anything off camera. You've seen everything, and then it just doesn't quite seem right towards nearly the end of the year, just suddenly buying something on vouchers which doesn't come out of that top corner. So I've changed my mind. So we're going to take it off as well. £11.99 that cost me. So let's take £11.99 off there. That makes me feel better. Makes me feel like you've seen everything now. So I've changed my mind. I'm allowed to do it. What didn't they take? They didn't take Sonic Mega Collection, because they never do. They didn't take Minecraft. They didn't take Call of Duty 4 or Call of Duty Black Ops. She just said they were ever so slightly scratched. Which she's not wrong. They are ever so slightly scratched, but they're all ever so slightly scratched. So I don't know why she singled those out. There's no difference to them. So we'll try those again next week. Unfortunately, though, they were pretty much all voucher. So the vouchers took a bit of a hit this week. However, I'm going to start by chucking up £34 onto the voucher as well. Stick £34 up there because the portable DVD player from last week, they didn't take it because the cable had a bit of a nick in it. I had another cable in the spares repairs, put that, took it in, tested it, passed. So fantastic. So that's gone, and we got £34 on a voucher. So what did we get back in cash? So the Turtle Beach headsets, they were £7 each, and there was 3 of them. So we got £21 back for those. £10 for the PS3 controller. £2 for Lego Pirates of the Caribbean. Call of Duty Modern Warfare was £2. Call of Duty 4 was £2. Lord of the Rings Conquest was £2. Sonic Heroes was £2. And Grand Theft Auto San Andreas was £1.30. So in total, we got £42.30 back in cash. So let's stick that back up there. So that would have made everything free if I hadn't have taken off the power supply, but I didn't know I was doing that until a couple of minutes ago, so I didn't factor that in before I went to CEX, but I'm happy about that. I'm happy about that. We got a little bit on voucher. Call of Duty Ghost, £1.20. Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 was £4. The Sega Mega Ultimate Collection was £4, and Mafia 2 was £1.20. So £10.40 voucher as well. Stick another £10.40 on the voucher. So not too bad. We have actually got a bit of voucher this week. Sort of got our money back, apart from the power cable, but hey ho, and we'll get a little bit more voucher on those next week. And of course, what have we kept? So we have kept Kung Fu Panda, Tropico 3, and Supreme Commander 2, because I need those in my 360 collection, so I automatically keep them. Fantastic, happy to add them. I also kept the Lego Star Wars, the Complete Saga. I don't have it on PS3. I just, you didn't get too much for it. I thought it was a game that might be worth keeping hold of, so I kept it. Simple as that. Same as this one, Mortal Kombat versus DC Universe. I have a feeling this might be worth a bit in a couple of years. It's got a bit of notoriety behind it. So yeah, I've kept hold of it. I'm going to keep hold of it. Iron Man, don't have that on the 360, so I thought I'd keep it on the PS3. And then Murdered Soul Suspect, I kept hold of it. You really didn't get much off CEX for that. I think I will give it a go. I think I'll give it a go. So yeah, couple games there to add to the collection for free. Really, really happy with those. But the main bit this week, so actually, I still haven't tested this. I forgot to test this. So I've still got hold of this. I will give it a little go. Little Mega Drive. I think it's Mega Drive. I'll have a little go with it, make sure it works, but kept hold of that, which is quite nice. Never had anything like that growing up, so that's nice. But what I really got, and what I'm really happy for this week, is my Nintendo 64. Finally got one. It's in lovely condition. I've got the 2 controllers for it as well. One's third party, one is official, but it's in lovely condition. It's got the expansion pack, which again turns out it's quite good to have that in there. I got lucky there. It works. So yeah, I finally got an N64. I've just never really pursued one because I was a PS1 guy. So the N64 wasn't something that's ever really appealed to me. But now as I'm getting more and more of the PS1 collection sort of buffed out a bit, why not? Why not keep it? So yeah, problem is I ain't got any games for it. So I know there's a nice little bit of voucher sitting up there. In my head, I knew what I was going to do with that voucher. However, now I might have to get a couple of N64 games out of it, mightn't I? Because there's no point having this lovely thing sitting around if you can't play it. That's just blasphemy, isn't it? So this week, couple games, fair bit of voucher, sort of got the money back excluding the power cable, but I'm happy with that. And a free Nintendo 64, finally got one, finally have one in my game room / attic. So yeah, really chuffed, really chuffed this week. Thank you very much for watching. Take care of yourself, guys.